Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Dallas Cowboys. Two teams here playing for pride as the final week of the NFL season is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Right there, 54 Mike. Let's get the ball. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
They run with a former Eagle and Dolphin, Jay Ajayi. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 15-yard line.
Mike Brown 80. Mike 5-4. I got him.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Trey Flowers in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
What? 50, 50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. Quick right. Go. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Come on, baby. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson being chased out left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
What? 280. Fair. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Mike 5-4.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. That one is caught by Hunt. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Come on, QB, come on.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10. Right at the 50-yard line. To the air. Allen. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas first down.
Check 4, check 4.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but it definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
Alert, alert, alert. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Stop.
Throwing on 2nd down. Allen. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you've gone somewhere, but you're really out here in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like you had green on that play.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Check. Pressure. Foley.
On 2nd down and 4, Wilson steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
14, funny.
He's got his man. It's Curse. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson eluding the pressure right. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Zadarius Smith, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
Touch Missy, touch Missy.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And, boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Kareem Hunt stops short of the sticks. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Allen. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Trey Flowers, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Whip. Watch the whip. Jumping. Gotta go. In and out. Let's go. Play out. Play out.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception. A give right side now to Hunt.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. So as they take it over, we step aside. On third down, Wilson flushed out right, and it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge, and it's going to bring up fourth down. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now Austin. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking deep for Gabriel. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Now Allen. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
14. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. Deep ball for Goodwin. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't.
And that's going to be intercepted. The all-pro corner, Patrick Peterson. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now Allen to try again after the pick six. And this one complete to Reed. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
They can't hang with us.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
The tackle there by Quandre Diggs.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I got you, pop. Kill.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Go, 14. 50. Watch the score. Here we go. 50. Mike 50. You're not ready. Good job right there. Mike 50.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Mike's 50.
Here's Wilson to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Good. Hey, you're on the 9 over there. You're on the 9. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Rip right. 50's the Mike. 50's the Mike. Push him back. Right.
Wilson to throw on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep. Back. He rifles one that's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reaction to those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A gain of 6 there on first.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Allen. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now. He's been terrific so far. Here's Jackson to return. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Call that a very strong gain of 24. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. Jalen Smith, who took a huge step forward last year, in on the tackle for Dallas. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Wilson being chased out left. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go deep. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. What was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Fred Warner coming off a strong rookie year in on the stop for the Niners. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And the defense obviously expecting run as well as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
A final shot before half for Allen. Looking deep for Gabriel. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Second and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. No, let's run. That's it. Mike's 50. Here we go.
Operating from the gun. Wilson steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Allen now on first down. This for his running back, McCoy. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard.
Mike 54. You might be getting tired of seeing me. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on third.
Let's go, defense. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
From the gun, Allen. And he finds his target. It's sharp. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. Allen now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a first and 10. Allen's throw is complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Allen going to throw. And that's going to be intercepted. The All-Pro corner, Patrick Peterson. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
That's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away. Throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for Washington. It's away, and it's a high kick here, but not high enough to hit the scoreboard here in Dallas. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
And he'll be taken down at the 18. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
54 Mike. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag.
Here's Ajayi. Ajayi, first down and more. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So after the run by Jay Ajayi, here's 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he finds the tight end, Reed. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Allen. They set up the screen to Ajayi. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taylor Gabriel with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Arlington. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. The Redskins on third down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Max 50, Max 50. Hey.
Wilson now, operating from the gun. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Brianne Bonnie Calhoun. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They run with Ajayi. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Right there. 54 Mike.
I'm trying to collect.
Shit.
56.
Check three.
And here's Allen. From the gun, he'll throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back up.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Jannard Avery in there to drop him for a loss on the play. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
On third down, Wilson eluding the pressure right. And now here's another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Mike 5-4.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full stream.
So after the INT, it's Allen. They'll roll him out right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down. To throw again on second down. Allen. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Brashad Perriman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
12. Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Now it's Wilson. Flushed out right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Zadarius Smith in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the shotgun, Wilson escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Coverage there by Brian Body Calhoun. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard, realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Man open. It's Goodwin. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. He's coming. We got double up.
Operating from the gun. Allen, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tajay Sharp, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense.
All day, dog.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. John Simon make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. On second down, it's Hunt, and he'll get this one up to about his 14. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long third down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Mike 50. Mike 50. I got one.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Airing one deep for... And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jalen Mills. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's a gain of 34. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and that'll bring up second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Well, they get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check.
Hey, tight. I got it.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Let's go.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Alert.
Mike's 50.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D.
out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
They're not ready. Hey, 0-0-0. Mike 50, Mike 50. Hey, pick you.
Now Wilson throwing again. Flush to his right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Here we go. Mike 50, Mike 50. Got it. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Focus, defense, focus.
Wilson will throw again. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Alert. Oh, Mike 50. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. 50's the Mike. 50.
To throw is Wilson. Throwing on 4th down. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Ajayi. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus.